Comedy's Best Kept Secret Tour podcast. My name is Dan Frigolette. I'm here with the great Al Park.
Yeah, good to be here, buddy.
How are you?
I'm good.
I've gotten to know you here for a couple days. We're at the Albany Funnybone.
Albany Funnybone, yeah. Green room, fancy green room.
This is the best it gets, honestly.
Wow, not
comics.
bad. This is good.
So I appreciate you doing this.
Sure.
You are very funny.
Oh, that's true.
Very good comic.
Thanks.
You've won the Boston Comedy Festival, the Cleveland Comedy Festival.
Sure.
Been on Laughs on Fox.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. That's
Rhode Island Summer Showdown. Won that.
Oh shit! What's the key to winning comedy festivals? Let's ask you that.
I think it's just being me, probably.
Okay.
I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know what it is. I think it's a lot of luck. You
Yeah?
know? Yeah. You got to do the short. You got to condense your set into like a.
Yeah.
And then you just got to condense your 20 minutes into 5 minutes.
Right.
And then run that for a month and a half.
It's
and then just time it to the second.
So
and
easy.
It's like a sport.
So easy.
It's like a sport.
No, it really is, because everything in this thing is trying to get more time, trying to get more time, trying to get more time.
Yeah.
And then you get more time, and then every once in a while you got to go back and you got to do less time because there's that's somehow how it works. Like you get good, and then so you got enough time to do other rooms, and then they're like, great, now you can work the funny bone, do less time though. And then you're like,
no, it's true. And you get I wouldn't say lazier, but you get more time. You can draw things out more. You can tag things more.
Yeah.
You can pull, but I think it's actually good when you have to pull together a 5-minute set. You just look right at it and what's the biggest hit in that joke.
ripping shit off it.
Yeah, taking stuff off of it, and it makes it a lot more. It'll makes it a lot stronger.
Because then when you put it back into what you thought was the long set, you don't want all that shit.
Yeah, but then you lose the time.
Yeah.
You know?
So
plus, it's not even just that you lose time. You lose jokes that you like. You know.
Yeah.
Genuine tags that you like and things
Right.
that you're kind of used to and enjoy. But sometimes you can only get one line out of a 2-minute joke.
Right.
You want to get it into a 5-minute set.
Yeah.
So
that is the thing that I'm definitely picking up on this weekend is this is three guys. We're here with Steve Trevino. This is three guys. I'm just cramming myself into that, but that work hard. Like that like we're not at the place where we're coasting, because it's easy in this business once you get to a certain place to just say, hey, I got the 20.
Yeah.
And just hang with that. But
yeah, I've been coasting a little bit.
Okay.
I've been coasting for about a year. That's
not true at all.
I have been. I honestly.
That's not true. That's not true.
No. I'm working. I'm out a lot, but I haven't been writing as much last year, so it feels like you're coasting, So, but this weekend we've been talking to Steve a lot about the way he's doing it. Just like it's a good weekend.
Drastically different people, me, you, and him.
Yeah. We have different styles, and but he gave us some good feedback, and sometimes you just kind of you keep hauling out the same jokes, and you get it gets a little stuck, and
yeah.
So this weekend's been good because we've been able to kind of mix it up a little bit and take some get some feedback on our sets, which is nice. Yeah.
Well, and his whole take was just whatever it is, all this stuff's funny, just make it about you.
Yeah.
And every joke that that we have, even if it is sort of a more generalized thing, we can swing it back into who we are. But this hanging out with you the last couple of days is fun because I just forget how there is kind of a theme with comics, and so it's just funny because today we went to the Racino or whatever, and everything for you was just like no I got to be in my car in case I just want to bail, like in case I want to leave at any point. I have to be autonomous. I don't care what anybody else does. I just have to, at any point, be able to just go do my own thing.
I don't like crowds. I'm a grumpy old man.
Right.
I really am.
No, but I'm that way too. I mean, I only go into crowds of people to be able to make fun of them and shit on them and maybe crowd watch a little bit and write jokes about it and just basically say how horrible people are.
Yeah. I don't know. You start to get used to. You rely on that shit, But even when you're going into the crowd, it's a contrivance. It's a way to what you're getting out of it. It's like a party trick, and it's kind of. I think what Steve said is it kind of takes away from the rhythm, and you need to own it and not ask questions because you give them power and it interrupts the rhythm. But the whole thing about the car thing is that we need control as comedians. We like to have control. People are like, how do you get up there and anything could happen. Well, no, not anything can happen.
Not anything can happen.
I do it 300 nights a year. I know exactly what's going to happen when I get up there, and it's rare that I see something that I can't handle or don't know.
Right.
So it's not really up in the, it's not really up for grabs. But I go to a fucking Greyhound, whatever, the horse track today.
Yeah.
And I can't. It's chaos.
Yeah.
I need to have my car.
It was
so I have the control of just being able to leave a situation. I don't like crowds unless I have a microphone and they're in seats.
This was my favorite part of the whole thing. We're waiting in line for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
To go into the place. We've already waited in line for 30 minutes. There was no getting around that. And then we get to the point where the line's breaking, and then you keep hopping the other line, like the security line, just so you can get the quicker line of the line that we're already in the line for an hour. What's another 2 minutes?
I had to pee real bad. That's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that whole thing.
Yeah, that was like a 40-minute drive, and then we got out, and there was like a 40-minute line, and I had to pee like 2 minutes into that drive.
I've definitely been the guy.
So I was pretty emergency.
As soon as he walks through the door, they're like, "Party of two," and I'm like, "Where's the restroom?"
Yeah,
it's the most important thing.
Yeah, but that was fun. That was good. It was, but yeah,
it was good. Did you make any money?
No, I think I lost like $60.
I took the first bet, $12, and I didn't understand any of it. And the race was within like 60 seconds. So it's like, Steve was like, "Oh, well, I got these tips, phoned in," and I was like, "All right, cool." I did the thing. Nothing hit, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm done betting on."
I couldn't understand the thing I was betting on that I was copying from Steve, and then I would ask Steve, and Steve
he doesn't know either.
He doesn't know
right.
Either.
So I was looking at that, and I'm like, I'm not
win place.
Yeah,
or
I can't be involved in that
or something like that.
Yeah.
So I lost money. Thursday night. Yeah, I lost money Friday night. No, Friday night and today I lost money.
Well, you're doing comedy, so you're losing money constantly.
I'm losing money just being here all weekend. I'm losing money.
But shout out to the Funnybone Albany for having us. Yeah, man. I don't get gambling. I don't get the enjoyment of it. I really do. I really do just like being around chunks of people sometimes. I just need that to be the thing. And I'm not going to interact with any of those people.
Yeah.
But I just want I just want to be around that energy. Like we have the Carrier Dome here. It's 50,000 people come out, and it's 37,000 people that come out for basketball. And in between the half, like if you don't have to go to the bathroom, people just want to sit in their seats and not deal with the thing. Yeah. I'll go do laps just to be in the energy of that shit. I don't know why. It's like a thing that I've always kind of had in me. I just gotta go do it. Like you guys were just hanging still on one table. I was like,
I find a place, I find a corner, and you're kind of.
I was whipping around.
Energy, you got to go up and around. Yeah,
I'm like a dog who hasn't been walked all day.
That's right. Yeah, I don't have that. I get anxious in crowds. I really do. So I need that safety of like fucking, and that's why I like to have a car too, because I'm always expecting to like have diarrhea at some point. You know what I mean? Or and I just don't want to be sitting there relying on somebody to take me home at 6 p.m. If I have my own car, and so I got to have diarrhea at a fucking racetrack for 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I got to go in that fucking.
Is it really 3 hours of diarrhea though?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I want to have the option if there's a bathroom emergency to go back to my hotel room and fucking
I don't think that's
blow that thing up, take a shower, and get on with my day.
I like how you program the shower into it as if it's going to be all over your legs. I've never.
I just don't want to shit at a horse track. Is what I'm saying. No one wants to shit at a horse track.
No, nobody.
Let alone
nobody plans their day around it. But I don't have a problem if I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem shitting in public. But
it's not optimal.
I don't care.
It's not how. Yeah, you don't care. I care. It doesn't. I won't get. I mean, you have to, fine.
What I realized as an adult is that nothing matters as much as it did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, if I had diarrhea, it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. As an adult, I just know I'm probably gonna have diarrhea at some point during the week. Like that's just gonna be a normal thing for me.
Yeah.
And it's not that big of a deal. And I don't have. There's never like that much of an emergency.
Yeah.
That I need to be alone and
I just like to
isolate
be alone.
people.
I like to be alone, man.
I agree with that.
I want my phone in there. Even my hotel room has a sliding bathroom door. I'm like, fuck you.
Oh, you want the whole door?
Oh, I want a double door. I want a door and a vestibule and then another door.
Right.
You ever go to like a Four Seasons or some fancy hotel where they have you have an
its
entire
own,
room?
Its own room.
It's got its own room. You're just setting up shop. You can fucking start faxing shit.
Yeah, people can wash their hands. They can shower. You're like, I'm gonna be in here. You might as well take a shower. I'm gonna be in here for a little while.
They have those rooms at like those fancy bars. They're just like an entire. You could shit as loud as you've ever shit in your life. Guy next door, same thing. Neither one of you have any shame. You don't hear it. You're just like
you got to put the that's
light jazz on. You
got to put the soundproofing in the toilet. That's an important thing to do. Actually, that was where I used to do I used to do phone interviews. So when I was first trying to figure out how to be a comedian in New York, and I was still doing other jobs, sometimes you'd be in the city, you just come in. I was living in Brooklyn, so you come into the city. You're now in Manhattan, so that you're near shows and near stuff and near whatever. Sometimes you got to do a phone interview, and you would think you could just take a phone interview at a Starbucks. They would have the music blaring.
Yeah,
so the only place I could find was a hotel restroom on like 43rd Street, and I was in there, and it had the auto flush. So every once in a while, I'd be in an interview, be crushing the interview, and then I'd move, and then the toilet would flush. And then I would lose that job opportunity immediately.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Because you can't shit.
You can't talk over a giant.
Everybody knows what it was, and then they can't justify
like that hydraulic,
right?
Like that airport bathroom
super
flush.
Right?
Yeah.
And you can't justify to the people.
That's the ultimate terrible bathroom. Is the airport bathroom where there's like 50 stalls and everybody has to shit.
No,
and everybody has diarrhea because when you travel, it's
New
all
York
your
City
body's
bus
all fucking,
stations.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
That's far.
That's bad.
That's a place that I will not take a dump. I have no problem doing it at the airport. In fact, I'd rather, because I don't want to do it on the plane.
Yeah.
I have a worry that I'm gonna have to do it on the plane. I don't want to have to do it.
Yeah, you don't want to shit on a plane. I mean, I could write a book about places you don't want to shit.
You don't want to shit.
It's like the Four Seasons, and then that's it. That's all I want to, and then my home.
My home
when no one's there. I'm just talking about optimal situations.
Right.
A hotel room in a city that I don't know anyone in.
Just in case something terrible happens. That's funny.
Oh, man.
That's really funny. Yeah, I feel bad sometimes. So I have a dog. You talk about how you don't have a dog. I have a dog. Every once in a while, I feel bad because you're not paying attention just in the morning. Sometimes I'm just like watching my dog take a shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's all. That's what you realize.
They don't have any shame about it. You
No,
never see a dog look around before they take a shit.
No, she does. She looks around.
Oh, really?
And then she does this move.
See, I don't have a dog. I didn't even know that.
No, they don't want to make eye contact when they're shitting. Yeah, it's the worst. They'll give you a very private look if you try to make eye contact while they're shitting. And then on top of that, here's my dog's move is after you shit. So I got to pick it up. I'm a responsible person. So I go to pick it up, and she won't look at me when I'm picking it up either.
Oh, yeah.
She acts like she kind of goes around whistling. Like she acts like she doesn't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want to she doesn't want to ruin it. I think. I think she likes the power she has over me. That I pick up her shit.
Yeah. Could be.
She doesn't want to spoil that.
I can't believe that's still the only way to do it.
Right?
That's amazing to me that people just fucking take a bag.
Yeah.
Like a plastic bag that's barely any protection and pick up a hot piece of dog shit.
It's not that hot.
And then fucking throw it in the...
Then you put it in the nearest trash can you can find.
Yeah. That's crazy to me.
No, what's interesting to me is that what other way would there be
I
to do it?
don't know. I'm just saying we have all these high-tech tools now. There's got to be a startup.
Let's come up with one and let's go on Shark Tank. We got something for you today, sharks.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's because there was a pooper scooper back in the day. You could it was like
that thing's disgusting. Yeah, and it was
gross.
just the clamp, right?
It was, but you never see anybody do that. You don't want to hold that thing the whole time. But
right, because it's just covered in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good. We got to come up with some kind of bucket.
Yeah. Something like that.
Well, that was the premise of a Ben Stiller movie where he invented the like a spray that makes dog poop disappear.
Really?
Yeah, that was the premise. Yeah. Well, I guess you did. I guess you didn't see that one.
That was not the biggest hit. Ben Stiller.
Listen, you told me you saw 50 Shades of Black the other day, so don't.
Yeah, well,
don't tell me.
I have a friend in it. That's why.
Don't tell me.
I wasn't. I wish I'd seen 50 Shades of Grey. I don't wish I had, but that would have probably been.
We're gonna shout out Jenny Z on that one.
Jenny Zagreen, a very great comic.
Hoboken Comedy Festival alum. Yeah.
Hoboken Comedy Festival. I guess I'm headlining next year. Right
You're
now.
Gonna have
after
to
this
now.
weekend.
You're gonna have to now that I've thrown it around.
When does that happen? When does that happen?
It's the end of September.
Oh yeah, so admissions are already closed.
September 25th to October 1st.
Nice.
I still have some spots available. We can talk about it.
There we go. Yeah.
So what else is going on, man? So you started in Boston. You're doing the road now.
Started in Boston, 2010. Took a class.
No shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This is not the normal. Like this is what academic people do. Like this is how they start their careers.
What?
But this isn't generally the way to start comedy. Take a class and then.
Oh yeah, I took a class.
And then 7 years later, you're playing the Funnybones. That's not. You are an outlier. This is not a thing that everybody. This is not a shared experience for people.
What do you mean?
There's nobody else that just took a class 7 years ago and is now featuring at the fucking Funnybone.
Oh, come on. I'm sure there is.
No, I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Oh, I don't know about that. A lot of people, but not necessarily people took classes, but people I started with are on TV.
Sure, yeah, for sure. That's true.
You know how it is. You're in New York. There's some people, they take 15 years to get, somewhere, and then there's some other guy 3 years into it, he's on TV. So we've seen everybody. Nobody's at the same pace,
And then there's some people that walk off the stage in Utica, New York, and then never do comedy again.
Yeah.
So there's a whole pile of people.
I quit comedy at least once a week, and I start up again the next night.
Yeah.
So I started doing it. Because I was late. I started late, and I had a lot of time on my hands, so I just fucking stormed the gates, And Boston's a great town to get good at comedy because there's so much stage time and there's so many good comics, you know? I mean, I know there's a lot of good comics in New York, but stage time's a little tougher.
There's a lot of good comics everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what
that
is the thing I'm learning.
Yeah, but when you go to these other markets, these littler places, and you're on the road, the scenes are thinner. There's like one good guy or three good guys.
And
you go to
generally
Boston,
those guys
like
leave.
100 of those guys.
Yeah.
And you go to New York, there's like 600 of those guys. You know, at each level, there's 10 times more guys, and so it's just a deeper roster of people. And then those guys leave. Yeah, those guys keep matriculating to some.
You don't
want
to be the funniest guy in Oklahoma City for 10 years.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
So what? Okay, so that's your route. So you're still in Boston. You started there. Why are you doing comedy, man? Like, what's the thing?
I don't know. I just love it, man. I always thought I would be good at it, and then I didn't ever have the. I guess I wouldn't say I had the balls to do it, but it was one of those things where like I didn't ever do it. I was like, nah, that's not a real thing, And then I was in business.
And it's not a real thing.
No, it's not a real thing. Now I know. Now I know I'm definitely down the wrong path. The funny thing about comedy is the further you get down it, and I mean this, I don't mean to depress anybody, but the more you become a realist about what it actually is and how difficult it is. Because when you start, if you knew how difficult it was and how kind of thorny and difficult a business it is, just like how many people try to do it, how few people make any money at it, how poorly you get treated, all that other stuff, you'd probably be like, no, I'm just gonna be a CPA or whatever, be an accountant.
Because at least you can view, and at least there's like a logical progression in pretty much any other profession. You just hang in it and whatever. Now, and comedy's like that in a small way, but you still have to work significantly.
And comedy is a meritocracy to the extent that if you're funny, you'll get booked. I've never seen anybody be like, I'm not getting booked, man. You can be
funny and have a shitty attitude and have that fuck up your stuff.
But But if you're funny and you're not too much of a dick, you're gonna get booked. And you really do. We said this earlier. You kind of have to be a good hang. You have to be like fun to be around a little bit. Yeah, which is hard because I'm not a cool hang at all. You know that.
I disagree.
I don't drink. I don't like to I like to not go anywhere that's a five meters away from my own bathroom.
And that's why I like you is because we were gonna go to a casino and you were like, I'm gonna take my own car in case I want to leave in like an hour. And I was like, dude, I'm going with you. Whenever you leave, that's when we're supposed to leave.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't have a car next weekend, and I'm like, oh.
Because in that way, because I viewed it like this. I said, look, if I do that, then I don't ever have to come up with an excuse on my own to be like, oh, I'm gonna leave if it's not cool. Like if whatever thing you saw was not cool, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm with Al. I gotta go. I gotta do it. I just can't. It's just way better because I'm the guy who stays too long. Like I'll be at the party after everybody's left. And like just still talking.
I think people overestimate that. You do have to be at like a good hang in terms of like not being a dick and not like asking the headliner too many questions or whatever. But if you don't like, if the headliner's a big drinker, I don't want to fucking drink. I just don't want to be
you don't have to
I don't want to go to a bar every night. So then you feel kind of like separate, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm not getting the most out of this that I could. I'm not hanging out.
But comics get that, right? They get so it's like you got to make the most of what happens in the room.
Yeah, but this weekend's been good because we did the casino, we did the horse racing. Like we hung out. Yeah. But it wasn't too bad. We were out late last night, but a
little bit.
Yeah.
Not horrifically.
I had to get my nap in this afternoon.
Yeah, did you get it?
I got a little bit of nap.
What's the key nap for you?
Well,
time-wise?
I'd say I can do a half hour and I can do an hour and a half. I'm not
really.
Oh, dude, if I do like 3 hours, then I wake up in a it's like another day. I wake up disoriented. Hour and a half is fine. Half hour is good.
If I go to sleep and the sun's out and I wake up and the sun's down,
that's the worst.
I won't even leave the house.
Yeah.
I get so sad.
Oh God, that's terrible.
You feel like you missed an entire era.
Yeah, kind of. I get that. But you got to have a comedy now because I work during the day. And
Yeah.
if I just go right from work and I'm stressed,
Yeah.
and then I don't have that break, you know, even if it's just like lying down for 20 minutes or closing my eyes for 20 minutes, I don't even sleep. I need that so that I feel clear on stage.
No, I agree. I used to get in fights with people. I'd be like, listen, I gotta go bang 20. Give me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all I want, or whatever. And then they're like knocking on the door and all this shit, and I just come out like a fucking banshee. And I'm like, give me that fucking 20 minutes. That's all I need. And then I'll be good. I'll be hot for the show. But you need that energized. Because it is. This thing is a lot of burning on both ends because we live in sort of our day, kind of the best part of our day starts when everybody else's day is winding down. So then even when we get off stage sometimes, we're hyped. Like, we're like, yeah, man.
Yep.
And it's like, you can't just go straight to bed from that. It's like, it's too much of a manic moment to come off of. God bless you.
Thank you.
To go right into that. So it's like, part of me wants to reroute my whole life where I wake up at like 5 p.m., get on stage within 3 hours of being awake, do the shows, go to bed at like 11 a.m. and then sleep until 6 p.m. again the next day. Like, there's something about that like would fit better with the life.
Yeah, I think you just have to. I think that's where naps help me because I feel like I'm fresh, and then I kind of shower up. I shower even today. Like when I work from home for my day job, so I don't shower when I get up.
Yeah,
I shower after work.
Right before
my real work, before comedy, and after my nap.
Yeah.
Sometimes before my nap. If
you shower before the nap?
I want to have a clean nap, I don't know.
You're gonna lay.
Or if I'm just having a bad day, I'll just shower to just reset. You know what I mean? Just
does it work?
Yeah, sometimes it does. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't have that one. No. No.
But yeah, it's a weird occupation, and I don't know if I would have. It's not. I love doing it. It's amazing. But yeah, it's a tough one. Like you said, it's just to get to be at a level of being able to do comedy on the road and making a little bit of money at it. It's a lot of people want to do it, and they only have so many spots, and then it kind of keeps getting fewer and fewer and fewer after that,
it's fewer, and then somehow it's more again. Like, we're right in the middle of it, right? So it was like a lot of places were dying out, and then there's a lot of like little one-nighters now. I think there's more one-nighters than there used to be.
Yeah, you get a lot of that shit.
I've been figuring out the one-nighter.
Yeah, that's good. I got to figure that out.
Recently, for sure. Check out the Comedy's Best Kept Secret Tour 2017 in August and September. We're all over the country, but I don't know, man. It's the whole thing's tough. And it's just one of these things where it's just like anything else, man. You got to love it. It's like,
yeah, beats working.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. You got to love it. Like that was what was with comedy. First time they paid me to do comedy, I was like, this is too much. I would do this for free. This feels like robbery. And it's like if you can find anything that you love that much that it feels like robbery to get paid to do it, then you're in the right thing. Whether it be nursing or whatever.
Of course it's nursing. I'm sure. I'm sure there's just a ton of nurses going, you don't have to pay me. I would do this for free. I'd swipe this old man's diarrhea for free. I'd put this catheter in this guy's
gladly
80-year-old's dick for free. Because I love it.
I love it so much. That's funny. So what else, man? So you talk about not having a dog, and one of my big things that I do is all the shows send proceeds to dogs and cats. And
nice.
Out of New Jersey. Do you actually give a fuck? Do you really? I mean, do you want a dog? Do you think?
No,
that's a life for you?
I don't know. I think it was just a joke that I can't have a dog because I'm on the road. I can't even have houseplants. I can't bring her though. I'm not bring her on the flight.
Yeah,
no,
I do it all. I take my dog to Alaska.
Yeah, but you're driving.
I flew back from Alaska. We did the thing.
Yeah. So I think people, when they commit to a pet, they go all the way. I just haven't been able to commit to a pet.
Yeah, well, that's what I felt like for a long time was that I didn't have the room in my life and I didn't have the ability to do the commitment part. But it's like, then you're never going to do anything.
Yeah.
So
well, who's taking care of your pet while you're up here now?
She hangs with me. She's here.
Okay.
Yeah, she came up. She came up. She's at my folks' house now, and she's great. It's good things. It's not that hard.
All right. Let me start with like a house plant or something.
Yeah, start there.
See if I keep that alive.
I don't agree with that. So people do that, right? They'll go, I'll get a plant to see if I can get a dog, then I get a dog to see if I can get a kid. And I don't think those are not the same.
Yeah.
Those aren't the same level of commitment, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'll get a fish, and if the fish doesn't die, then I whatever. It's like, it's not that hard. Like when you like it needs air, it needs food, it needs a bathroom. That's it. Like,
yeah, I think you just have to want it. I don't have that overarching desire to have a dog. I like a dog. I like sometimes I see people's dogs and I'm like, oh, I have like a couple of people that live near me have just great dogs. And I love petting them.
Yeah.
Folks have a dog and it's great to, just hang out with the dog. But I like that. Like it's like you want a friend with a boat.
Yeah.
You don't want a boat.
That's that old one, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Come by with a case of beer,
Yeah.
and you're a fucking hero.
That's right.
So you just want a friend with a dog that you can
Yeah,
pet.
you just pet. You don't have to. Yeah, pick up his shit with your hands. Like it's
I
servant.
will say this. I don't. Not that it's happening to me or that it has even happened, but the probability of me getting dog shit in my eye went up drastically the moment I got a dog.
Oh, I'm
Any
sure.
other point in my life, there was like a
Yeah.
0% probability I'm going to get dog shit. Maybe 1%
Yeah.
any given day that I'm going to get dog shit in my eye. Now it's
Has it happened?
Never.
Yeah.
But the
That's just a
odds
matter
are,
of
the
time,
odds
yeah.
are the odds are in the poop's favor.
Yeah.
To go into my eye. That's all I know.
That's bad too. You got to go right to the hospital. When you get dog shit in your eye. Any kind of shit you get anywhere near in your body, that is terrible, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't think so, man. My cousin now has a beautiful daughter, and his
That's your family
his
shit.
whole
Though. That's
his
like your own.
it's the same.
But like if
gene
you
pool, right?
just somehow get somebody else's shit in your eye, you got to get one of those AIDS reversal pills. Right away.
Do they have that yet?
Yeah, they have that. Like
No, they
yeah,
don't.
you have like unprotected sex with somebody.
They don't
with
have
AIDS.
AIDS reversal
Yeah,
pills.
you get you get on a regime, you can just avoid having it. It's like it's like the day after pill for,
No,
for
there's
AIDS.
no. I wish that was a thing, but
That's a true thing.
Is that a real
Oh
thing?
yeah.
I'm gonna look this up at the end. It's the
Yeah.
AIDS reversal
It's not
pill.
the AIDS reversal. It's just like it's the thing you can take to not get AIDS after you have sex with somebody
the
with
AIDS block.
Yeah.
I like that. So what's that for the poop eye?
I don't know, but you got to go get that checked out because your eye's just gonna blow up anyway with mucus and.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's like anything else. If you get enough poop in your eye over your lifetime, I think you can build up an immunity.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, my cousin's always that's his whole life now is he picks up his daughter from daycare, and 1 out of 5 days they hand him a little bag with tiny pants with shit in them.
Oh yeah.
And they just take her out of the pants and they like wrap her, and you have to bring 2 pairs of pants. That's how they do it. And they just put the new pants on her, and they don't even clean the shit out of the pants, and they just give him the bag with the shit in it.
Yeah.
And then he has to go home, feed her, send her to bed, and then wash shitty little baby pants.
Yeah.
That's a life.
That's crazy.
So if anybody's looking to have kids, you have some things to look forward to. Get some poop in your eye, all those things. Are you gonna have kids?
I don't think so. I think the ship has sailed. I was thinking about it recently.
I don't understand when you cram stuff. Like the ship hasn't sailed. Like your ship is fine.
No, my ship is fine, but I mean the women I'm dating are, their ship is gone. Yeah, it's
Okay.
dry land out there in your 40s. No, I don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like to. I always thought I'd be a good stepdad.
Okay.
That's kind of like not owning a boat, but having a like your friend has a boat. You come in and they're like 8 and 12.
Yeah, I love that.
And you're just like, oh, I'll take over.
I tried to.
Now that the hard part's over.
I tried to sidestep into fatherhood once. There was a girl that I really liked. And she had like a 6-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I could totally be the best. I'm the greatest uncle. I'm the greatest godfather.
Just fucking go in there and Jerry Maguire that shit. There's that little kid going, the human
head
weighs
is 8 pounds.
You're like, all right.
Jerry Rice rushed for 900,000 yards last year. That's funny. Yeah, just sidestep. Is that why it's called stepdad? Because they got to sidestep into the responsibility.
I don't know. But that seems like a better deal,
Yeah,
You get a shorter window.
I
you're a real hero.
I disagree because then you look at this person and they don't have your DNA. I guess maybe it's a little bit because if you look at this person, they're fucking up and they have your DNA, then you go, well, that's me. I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
You look at them, they're fucking up. You go, he's just like his fucking
I
father.
have no need to see my DNA extended. I don't need to see that. I would just assume adopt a kid.
Yeah.
I don't need that necessarily. But I see what people do that too. A lot of people could I guess adoption's a weird thing, but people really they take all these drugs because they really want their
I think
kid.
there's a lot of arrogance in having children and like being like that's a little me. right? Like I really,
Yeah.
like I would love to make like a green-eyed me, like just fucking. He's got everything else I got going on, but he's got green eyes.
There
I
you
think
go.
he'd have a sweet life, you
Yeah.
know. I think he'd get a fucking starring role in something, you know.
Yeah.
I think he'd be great. I think that's the difference.
How about you? You gonna have kids, or are you gonna?
That's
Because you
the
have a
thing,
dog
man.
already.
Well, so here's what happens. So I'm 34, and what happens in my life is because I chose a career that takes forever. I'm not even a financial match for anybody who's my age. Who's a woman who lives in New York City. And so what happens is I can't even date those people. So I'm dating younger people. So I'm actually okay from the genetic standpoint. But what happens is everybody in my family and the people that are around you, they're just like, well, they just assume because you haven't had kids that you just don't want kids. So I started being a godfather, an uncle, and my family was seeing me around kids, and they're like, we forgot, like, you're good around kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, like, I'm just, like, it's not, just because I don't have kids, because I'm not married, like, you should be happy I don't have kids.
Yeah.
But instead, you're like, where are my where are my grandchildren? Where are your kids? So I'm like, yeah, listen, when I do it the right way, maybe I'll do some kids, but I don't know, man. It's one of those things. It's like I would love that. I love that version of a life.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine being a comedian and whenever comedians have kids, I'm always like, how do you do it? You're think traveling all the time.
I think you get to be funnier.
Yeah,
and
I guess you do.
You get to leave a little bit. You know, you see your kids do some crazy shit, and you get to talk about it.
Yeah, I guess so. That's not the reason to have kids. So to get
I'm gonna have some kids, so I can have
10 minutes of kid material.
Add an extra 10 minutes to my set. No, but you know what I mean.
You gotta have a stable person to have the kids who stays home, and then they gotta be really understanding in any relationship, right?
Which I think works for us because we could be stay-at-home dads.
Well, if you're not if you're on the road doing comedy though,
right? Well, so then like
maybe
my
during
dog,
the week
I'll bring the kid. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
I'll get her a kennel. I'll do the whole thing. You leave in the hotel room when you're
some
in
plastic bags to pick up her shit.
Make sure you don't make eye contact when they shit on the floor. It's fine. It's not a big deal. So I don't know, man. Yeah. Yeah, life's complicated, and then the more you do this thing in comedy, you realize life's pretty easy, and it's all the same. Like whether you're in Dayton or you're in Albany or you're in fucking Tampa, it's all the same fucking people everywhere you go.
Yep.
Like there's not a lot of difference between humans.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just an America thing. I don't know. I haven't been to London in years, and I haven't done comedy in London in years. So I don't know if there's like that stretch where it's just human is human and we're all the same, or if it's just this America thing has really gotten out of control.
What do you mean?
Just that everybody's the same everywhere you go. It's like if you're within 3 miles of an Applebee's, I kind of know who you are.
Yeah.
I mean?
That's true. Well, also if you're out in these suburban, like a lot of comedy clubs are located in malls and areas like this, so there's definitely differences between an audience and like the smart college town and any city in Ohio, or whatever, sort of not to shit on Ohio, but any of these like sort of Dayton type places.
Yeah, Ohio's a go-to place. Iowa, Ohio.
Yeah, whatever.
Indiana.
You didn't even have to be Midwest. It could be South or anything like that, but just not like outside of like a college, town or like a New York City or kind of a cosmopolitan town. People, and even then the audiences are audiences, but yeah, it is like one country. I don't know. I've never done comedy. I'd love to do comedy in London. I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
I think it's a totally different.
There's a respect there.
Yep.
So everybody gets 20 minutes. It's just the way it is. Everybody's like the headliner, like theater level actually, and everybody gets 20 minutes. And then when somebody like fucks with you, like it's like going in a battle a little bit. Like they say their thing, and it's not just like drunk idiot in the room who just dislikes everything, or he's drunk or he's mad at his girlfriend. It's like they want to go into this battle of wits with you. Yeah. So when there is that back and forth with the audience and there's this heckle thing, they both get a couple jabs in, and then if it goes a weird way or it's coming not out of respect and not out of like a mental battle thing, then they just grab the person and they fucking pick them up and they remove them physically from the club, which is incredible. I saw so many people at Comedy Cafe. I was in London for 6 months. The bouncer every bouncer loves to fucking hit people, but they would grab a person and they just fucking use his head as a battering ram and just throw him out on the street. It was incredible, and the crowd loved it. They were all about it.
Yep.
But more than that, it would just be people, looking for a quick banter back and forth.
Yep.
And it was all in good fun. That person didn't permanently become a problem. I don't know. And those were the rare cases, But again, if somebody does yell at it, was never out of just pure look at me malice.
Yeah.
Or, you know, whatever happens here. I don't know.
I gotta try that. I gotta get over there.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go right now. I'll start the London Comedy Festival. It'll be great.
Yeah.
So what else? So you got the rest of your year. You're in. You said coming up. You're in Dayton coming up.
I'm in Cincinnati Liberty Funnybone.
What are the dates for that?
That's August 11th to 13th.
Okay, and then you're in Tampa in September.
Tampa, the 20th to the 27th at the Tampa Improv with John Witherspoon and Judy Gold. And
that's not all one show.
No, Judy Gold is the 27th of September. John Witherspoon is 21st to 23rd. I'm 20th and 24th. I'm headlining.
Those are different audiences.
Yeah,
that come up for those three shows.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't I know it? Don't I know
That's
it?
got to be a fun
It'll
weekend.
be cool. I mean, I don't know John. I know John Witherspoon, but I don't know his comedy stand up yet. But definitely that'll be different. But I love Judy Gold. It's like one of my peer people. You know, I'm old enough to remember when she was. You know,
right.
She's like one of those comics I liked when I was a kid. So that'll be good. You know,
it's awesome. Yeah. So you never worked
with
her?
That's like you with me. You're just like, yeah, this guy's
been watching this guy for
an
years.
older guy.
Yeah. I remember when you first started going to the classes. I was following you when you were going to classes, and I remember I was like, this guy, he's
like,
gonna be huge.
Yeah, he's old.
He's one of my guys. He's one of my guys. I can't wait. Can't wait till we're in a green room in Albany. It's covered in butter.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I just noticed it. Those are going to be the days.
Yeah.
But no, this has been a fun weekend. Is there ways that people can follow you? I know you don't like the social media.
No,
thing.
I do it. I just just friend me on Facebook. Just look up Al Park. I'm the only one that looks like this bald guy with a goatee, and Al Park comedian.
You're the only Al Park that looks like that.
I'm the only Al Park
comedian.
The
only person that looks like a goatee and bald.
I have a real generic.
On Earth.
I have a real generic look. Yeah.
I'm the only guy who looks like this. I'm a white guy. I'm bald. I do comedy, and I have a goatee.
Yeah.
I'm the only guy who looks like this.
Yeah. So, Al Park on Facebook, Al Park comedian, alparkcomedy.com. I don't even know my website. Just fucking Google Al Park.
Look up Al Park.
You'll see some videos.
Are you the most famous Al Park?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I wouldn't call it famous, but it could just be because it's my.
But if I Google Al Park.
Google Al Park. See
let's just find out what happens.
It'll be me, I think. I
hope it'll be you.
Either that or like American League Ballpark.
Is there another guy? Oh, that's funny, yeah.
There's a guy in Canada, Alan Park.
Al Park.
Which is my real name, which is my full name.
Al Park, another fun night at my favorite club.
Yeah,
this is
my
you,
website.
baby. Al Park.
Videos, yeah.
Dude, you're killing it. You're the top 25. I'm Dan Frigolette. There's not even another Dan Frigolette, and I'm not the first 10. Like there's a couple other ones.
Well,
okay, here's another one.
Maybe you got to win the Rhode Island Comedy Summer Showdown.
That's the difference. Okay, this one's great. This is just a list of Alabama parks.
That's yeah. I do an Al Park. What do you call it? Google alert. And it's just always like
it's always Alabama parks?
Alabama's or AL American League baseball parks. Like it's never been one time in 7 years. It's never been.
Former high school player dies in Alabama Park.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, listen, this is a fun time.
Yeah.
Follow the Al Park on the things. Check them out if you're in Tampa. Check them out if you're in Liberty, which is Cincinnati or Dayton.
Yeah.
Shout out Dayton. I played Wiley's, the other club there.
Oh, nice.
Very, very fun group of people.
I gotta get in
There's
that.
definitely some people that actually give a fuck about
Nice.
me in Dayton. So check them out, Liberty.
Call Wiley's and tell. I don't know if I can play both clubs. Is that a conflict of interest?
I don't know how any of this business works. That's why I'm in a fucking green room with
Headline me, Wiley's. I got the time.
They're great. Definitely check out Wiley's and more Funny Bones and Improvs. Thank you again, Funny Bone Albany, for having us here.
Yeah, this is great.
Comedy's Best Kept Secret. It's a hashtag. Check us out. We're all over the country with all a bunch of different comedians having fun, making you laugh. My album's coming out August 18th. It's called Naked and Amused. It's my first album. I did it at a nudist colony.
Nice.
It's a fun thing. I'm actually really proud of it. So please get that. It's on iTunes. Guys, one more time for Al Park. Look him up. He's very funny. You guys will enjoy him. Thank you so much for listening. We're on iTunes. We're on Stitcher. We're on Google Play. Wherever you found us, we're at the other one too. Thank you for listening.
Thanks.